Hello, everyone. It is Brandy from Little Britches, and I'm here with your seller newsletter number one for our fall 2021 sale. I apologize for coming here kind of a mess. These are my aspirational workout clothes. Still have to get my workout in today. It's been one of those days. So it was kind of come at you like this or not happen at all. So this is what you're getting. Take this as your kind of real talk Friday. Let's go with that. So seller newsletter number one went out to all of our registered sellers as of this afternoon. So that should be in your inbox by now. If you have not registered yet, I tack on the printed version of the seller newsletter to each email. So you'll still get the information or you can watch it here. Um, and all of this information is always on our website as well. So let's hop into it, try to get this short and sweet. If you are brand new to the sale, welcome. Or if you're returning after a long time, I'm so glad that you're here. And if you are a long time selling veteran, hopefully there is something here that you've forgotten that I can help update you with. So every week I send out a seller newsletter, sort of highlighting information that might be important at this point of the process leading up to the sale. And I send it out every single week. I haven't done the videos for a couple sales because it's just been too overwhelming. Thought I could handle it this time. So hopefully these are helpful. So a few quick things. If you are new to the sale or have only sold in our online sale, or if you haven't been around for a while, or if you've been doing it a long time and think you might be missing something, please take the time to read through all of the seller information on our website. There aren't any really changes for this sale that you need to be aware of if you've sold with us before, but just please make sure that you do understand what your expectations are for the sale, what your responsibilities are as a seller. Um, Please make sure you especially take a look at our accepted items, making sure that you are, checking items for recalls. Please make sure that you are bringing things that are only things that are accepted at our sale. Okay. Um, Quick note on clothing and shoes. Remember, we are a seasonal sale, so our fall sale is only for fall and winter clothing. So we are looking for things that are for cooler or cold weather. So please do not bring things like swimsuits, shorts, sundresses, sandals, tank tops, things like that are not appropriate for the sale. They will be pulled from the sales floor. If you have something, obviously, I always get questions about like holiday dresses. Some Christmas dresses are sleeveless or short sleeve. Those are, of course, okay if they are obviously Christmas dresses, that heavier weight. Um, T-shirts also totally fine for the sale, assuming they don't have some like summery, springy print. This is not the sale to bring your 4th of July t-shirts. Leave those for the spring sale. Um, so yes, please make sure you save our time and yours by only bringing your fall and winter items for the sale. All right, so tags. Especially if you are brand new to our sale, so if you've never shopped at our sale either, tags are going to look totally new to you. A few things about them. Please look on the website. There is a description of everything you could see on a tag, what every piece means, because some of them may not be so intuitive, and I want to make sure you understand what you're looking at when you're looking at those tags. One little thing that some people mess up on is if you choose an item to be donated after if it does not sell, it's going to have a black dot on the left side of the tag. That black dot needs to stay intact. So some people will think that black dot is an indication of where you hole punch through, and that makes it a headache for our sorters after the sale because might think that it's not for donation when it actually is. We try to return it to you, and you're like, I didn't want this back. So please make sure you leave that black circle intact. If while you're tagging, you realize that you made an error when you entered the tag, please, you may go in and edit it. It's super easy as long as this item entry system is still open. Make sure you reprint the tag because depending on the changes you made, really most changes are going to flag an error code at the register, and it's going to be a big headache for me. It's going to be a headache for the shoppers. And in some instances, I cannot sell the item. I have to pull it, and you won't be able to sell that item um, because I may not be sure of what you meant by the tag. Um, so please make sure you're reprinting tags when you edit them. Um, Make sure you are printing them on cardstock. If you are in our Facebook group, some of our sellers have found some stickers that work really well to print to. Those are perfectly fine. But if you're going with safety pinning tags on the items, you have to use cardstock. Plain paper is just going to rip. Our shoppers are going to be, going through the racks and they're going to rip off those tags. Your item's going to go missing. So please make sure that you are using cardstock so that we don't start losing tags at the sale. Um, Check your printer settings. We have incredibly well-meaning sellers who will use their very best high-quality printing for the sale, trying to give us the best tags, and it's not good. What happens is there's too much ink shot on the paper, and so it bleeds together, so the barcodes will just be completely unscannable. What works the best is the lowest quality setting. You have that economy setting or ink saving setting. Um, it's a win-win for you. Use less ink and they tend to scan better for us. So definitely go with that. If you have an item, if you've been a seller previously and you have an item that did not sell in a previous sale and you want to sell it this time, make sure that you activate it in your inactive inventory. You will not have to reprint the tag, assuming you're not making any adjustments. So you're just going to activate the item and then just put it in your pile for the sale. Super easy, but just make sure you do activate it because it creates an error message at the checkout. Sale item cap. Um, we have a handful of times had to shut down item entry prior to the original date, which is usually the Sunday before the sale, because once we reach a certain amount of inventory, it starts to create a situation where we have so much inventory that each seller is selling not as much stuff. It's because it's an unshoppable sale. We can only move so many customers through. Just for a lot of different reasons, we need to keep our item cap at a reasonable level. I hope that's not going to be an instance this time. I don't think it is, but it's really early. It's hard to tell at this point. So that being said, I really, really, really highly encourage you to make sure, first off, you are only bringing your best quality items. Don't bog down the system with items that are things that are just not going to sell and are going to get pulled from the sales floor. Make sure that you are only bringing us your best quality items. We are not a good sale for garage sale quality items. We recommend that when you're sorting, when you're tagging, that you have a pile for donation or to pass on to a friend for play clothes, um, or things like that. We are for high quality items, things that are still in good condition. Um, Make sure that you are entering also for making sure you get all your tags in. Enter those items you've got to sell this time. Enter those first, even if you're not ready to print to enter all of your items just yet. If you have that pile of 10 or so things that are those big items that you want to sell this time, that you're going to be really heartbroken if you don't get in, put them in right now. Even if you're not ready to tag them, even if you're not ready to enter anything else, get those items entered right now. Then they're entered. You know you're good to go. You know you've made those into the sale. So if nothing else, you're going to get those in. Again, I hate shutting down item entry, so I promise I will not do it unless I absolutely have to. I will give you plenty of warning, but just be aware that it is always better to get those items entered sooner rather than later so that you won't even have to worry about it. And the more items that are entered ahead of the game, we're able to, kind of monitor the situation better, have a better understanding of what things are going to look like. Um, and so it's helpful to me, it's helpful to you. Do your stuff early. I know that can be easier said than done because you have children. Okay, I think that is it. Again, thank you so much for registering to sell with our sale. We feel so lucky that we get to work with such incredible sellers who trust us to sell their items. Please, 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 if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. Um, Facebook, the messaging is a great way to reach me. Um, email is also a great option. Um, my phone number is on the website, not always super reachable that way because I have 3 children, but I will always return your call, of course. So, anyway, have a wonderful weekend and happy tagging.